Hey, I'm just trying to live my life as a normal kid, but some people still see me as the famous.
I'm JC, and you're watching Jose Calamari. What's up, YouTube? I'm JC, and you're watching Jose Calamari. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back to some spooky, scary, creepy stuff, bro. Today, we are looking at 10 real photos that cannot be explained by Slapped Ham, okay? This junk has 30 million views, posted a decade ago, okay? I was like, we haven't messed with like Noob Talks 5, Bizarre Bub, or Slapped Ham type content this whole month during the creepy, you know what I'm saying, spooky time. So I was like, let's give Slapped Ham some chances, you know what I'm saying? And then photos be creepy sometimes, photos be unexplainable, and be like, how can we debunk this? That's what I was thinking as I picked this. And plus, it's the most popular video on this entire channel, 30 million views. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Slapped Ham, 10 real photos. We're gonna try to debunk it. That's what we're gonna try to do. Slapped Ham TV. Must be his old ass intro.
10 real photos that cannot be explained. Here are a collection of real photos so baffling that they make you question the world we live in. From a giant flying reptile to compelling evidence of time travel. Join us as we investigate
time travel on
real photos that can't be explained. Number 10. The Mystery of the Pteranodon. In 1864, during the American Civil War, 6 soldiers claimed to have shot down some kind of unknown bird or monster near Vicksburg.
1864?
The creature in the photo resembles a pteranodon, which is a giant flying reptile that existed during the Cretaceous period throughout
maybe it was the last one alive.
North America. Number 9. Old lady in nursing home.
Who is that behind her?
This lady moved into a nursing home in the mid-90s. Her family took this photo. When it was developed, a figure of a man could be seen in the background. On a closer inspection, the old lady claimed it was her husband, who had died 13 years earlier.
Okay, here's the thing about these photos, bro. We don't know who took them, who submitted them to Slapped Ham, and all we have is just their word against his, or their word that this is, like, how do you not just, what if there was a dude walking from this parking lot into the photo in the frame, and he took a picture of this? Like, where's the proof of that? That they look like the dude from the KFC, you know what I'm saying? That's the colonel right there behind her. How do we know that this is, like, legit? You know what I'm saying? We just taking it from, like, once again, the first photo, bro. Like, everything, it's like, bro, this came out 10 years ago. You know, Photoshop was a thing 10 years ago. It wasn't as good, you know what I'm saying? Photoshop and stuff in, bro, a simple old picture, it's not that hard to do. Maybe for me and you, but, like, an expert can Photoshop some shit, some digital photo, send this shit to him, bro, and have us really, like, full, like, come on, bro. This is
insisted no one else was present when the photo was taken.
Right. How do you remember that shit?
The Cooper family photo. There's very little info on this photo, and many call it a hoax.
Who the fuck is that?
Reasons, but it's still a damn creepy image. The story goes that the Cooper family from Texas had just moved into the house and was celebrating when the dad of the family took this photo. When the photo was developed, there was a terrifying figure falling from the roof of the house.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck happened?
No one knows who or what it is. Many
what was he falling from?
Of the former owner of the house.
Falling like that?
The Cadborosaurus. In 1907, 9 fishermen caught what they claimed to be a Cadborosaurus.
That's possible. You know how deep the ocean is? There's surfaces of the ocean that we have not even explored. Pressures down there that we can't even get to, bro, because of technology and everything like that will explode, and the cameras that were not built. It gets so dark down there, you can't even get to the bottom of the ocean floor on some real stuff, and real life stuff. You don't know what's down there. That junk could be down there right now, bro, and we just don't know it because it lives down there in the ocean. So saying, like, what if this thing came up to the surface, or it somehow died and floated to the surface? Or they just seen this thing float on the surface in that area wherever they killed it at. This is totally possible.
Monster. The Cadborosaurus is a famous North American cryptid named after Cadboro Bay in Canada. The massive and elusive sea serpent has been spotted from Alaska all the way down to Southern California.
Totally possible.
To this day, no scientist has been able to identify the creature in this photo. Number 6. The Spaceman.
Is there someone in space?
This has been flying around the internet for a while, but the story is just too good to pass up. In
Okay.
1964, Jim Templeton took a photo of his daughter while they were picnicking in Bergmarsh overlooking the Solway Firth in Cumbria.
Is
When
it
the
like a
photo was
balloon?
developed, it sent the media into a frenzy, garnering worldwide attention. There in the picture was a tiny spaceman just above the young girl's head. Templeton claims no one other than his wife was there that day.
It's like a giant
Kodak
float.
verified that the image had
balloon.
not been tampered with, and even put out a reward to anyone that could prove.
That's like a giant
otherwise.
balloon escaped the
story
parade. some
only
shit.
gets stranger. Mr. Templeton claims he was visited by two men dressed all in black who were referred to as number 9 and number 11. They insisted that he take them to the site where the photograph was taken. Then, just days later, all the way in Australia, a missile test launch was aborted after the technicians claimed they saw two spacemen identical to the one in the photograph out on the firing range. Bizarrely, the aborted missiles were built in RAF Spedadum in Cumbria, just a few miles from where the photograph was taken. Many claim they saw a UFO near the Australian launch site around the time of the incident. Number 5.
Whose
The
cousin is
Ghost of
that?
3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, this movie, bro. I've heard about this, bro. What is like? What y'all not sure a kid just snuck on set, bro? Apparently, like I heard the story a lot, bro. Apparently, there's a movie, 3 Men and a Baby, and apparently the set was haunted, and they have actual scenes, bro, where like during the like camera transitions and stuff like that, they had literally like apparent ghosts in like the actual frame of the movie.
3 Men and a Baby is a 1987 comedy film starring Ted
Just 'cause somebody
Danson.
could just
In
snuck
one
on
scene
set, it's
about an hour into
1987.
the film, Danson's character is walking across the room. In the background, when the camera pans past the window, a strange figure is standing there. It is said to be the ghost of a young boy who committed suicide in the house many years earlier. Some claim that the figure is actually just a cardboard cutout of Danson's
Exactly.
character that featured in a scene that never made the final cut of the film. But what do you think? Does that really
It
look
doesn't-
like Ted Danson to you? Number 4.
It doesn't move. First of all, it doesn't move. It's too still when the camera's going by it. Okay, it's obviously could be a cutout, or 2. Some little kid snuck on set and he didn't want to move while they were filming, so he's completely still, bro, because he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Now, how people don't see that? Maybe they were engrossed in the scene. Don't ask me. I'm not the cameraman. They probably were focused on getting the shot with the baby.
Man
know what I mean?
caught traveling through time. This photo was taken on the day South Fork Bridge was reopened in Canada in the early 1940s.
I'm gonna say, where you
It's very
at?
clear that
Never
one
mind.
man doesn't belong in this photo or time period. He's got some sassy goggles on, a hooded jumper, and a logo-laden t-shirt. Of all the events in history, why would a time traveler visit a bridge reopening in Canada? Speaking of time travel, what's the deal with this? This is footage taken from a Charlie Chaplin film opening in 1928. Everything is normal until a suspicious lady walks by chatting on a mobile phone. Look at that, she's clearly talking. And check this out, it's a woman exiting a DuPont factory in Massachusetts in 1938. Look, she's clearly chatting away on a mobile as well.
Okay, when were telephones created? What if these people they have things? Okay, there's a few ways to debunk this. Maybe I don't know when cell phones was created. Maybe this was an earlier prototype of a cell phone, and maybe like a few people ever got it, and these people were being filmed. So back then they didn't know what the freak it was. Maybe this was like, bro, they said the government been hiding stuff for how long? You didn't think the government had an idea of way to communicate people, bro, that wasn't walkie-talkies back then? And they were like, okay, only a few people can figure this work before we can start putting this out to the public. They could have probably been had the idea of cell phones, bro. And they had a few people testing it, and they cut it on camera. As far as the first one, bro, the dude in the different outfit, that could be Photoshop. That could be Photoshop, to be honest. You can honestly Photoshop that in. You know what I mean? This depends. This was made 10 years ago. Like I said, this could either be like, you know what I'm saying, somebody who's like had a cell phone that, you know what I'm saying, was like the first people to ever try it, and somebody just finally called them. They're not doing nothing like appearing out of thin air. I mean, the dude in the first one, it's easily could be photoshopped in a photo.
What is going on? Number 3.
That
Time
could be
travel memento left in Chinese tomb. Sticking with time travelers and their reckless attitude towards the fourth dimension, in 2008, Chinese archaeologists opened a sealed tomb in Shaanxi County that supposedly hadn't been disturbed in over 400 years. What they found in the coffin is baffling. It's a small wristwatch-like object with the time frozen at 10:06. According to sources, the word Swiss was engraved on the back. Is this an elaborate advertising campaign or evidence of a clumsy time traveler? Number 2, the ghost in the back seat.
I thought it was a regular person.
1959, Mabel Chinnery was visiting the grave of her late mother. While at the cemetery, Chinnery took a photo of her husband in the front seat of their car. When the photo was later developed, a mysterious figure could clearly be seen.
It literally looks like a man just got in the back of your car.
Chinnery claims it's an image of her dead mother. A photographic expert examined the photo and determined that
it's always somebody's dead people, right? And y'all just have all the proof in the world.
1. The ghost of Freddie Jackson. This photo of a World War I RAF squadron was taken in 1919. If you look at the airmen in the back row 4 pilots in, you can clearly see an extra ghostly face. All the men photographed that day swear it's the face of Freddie Jackson, a pilot who tragically lost his life in a propeller accident just days earlier. In fact, Jackson's funeral was held on the morning this photograph was taken. Well, there you go.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of those could be debunked, bro. Like a lot of that stuff was like photoshopped or could be debunked. And then plus, some of the stuff is so old, bro. You could have easily waited years later to like get the Photoshop, put some stuff in that shit, and just tell this dude slapped him the story of, yeah, that's what the case was tampered with. Thing is with time travel, bro, if a nigga could time travel, don't you think a lot of would be like changed by now, bro? Don't you think some would, like, I'm not talking like small shit. Don't you think someone would change something too drastically where we would kind of notice? You know what I'm saying? Or that maybe that's where the Mandela effect comes in, bro. Maybe we all remember some shit, bro. Then we all of a sudden change, and we're like, some of us is like, wait a minute. Back in the day, bro, like I remember, you know what I'm saying, the Fruit Loops cereal box used to be spelled like fruit, not like with 2 O's, but like actual fruit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they changed that. Someone like bought out Kellogg's and they changed Fruit Loops, bro. And they travel through time, and that's what they're doing. They're doing these small things that make it Mandela effects, bro. That would be crazy. Maybe that's where Mandela effects come from. Maybe I'm like, if you get a video of time travel, wouldn't you like just go back and do something that would change and alter the course, bro, in a major way to save something? Plus, everyone who has time travel powers is just going back in time to, like, I don't know, do small, like, you know what I'm saying, that benefits them only. Like, they went back in time and, like, went and named Google when it was called Dougal or something like that. And they took over Google. I don't freaking know, bro. It just sounds big. I don't know. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this, bro. Let me know in the comment section below. Did y'all think these photos are real? Do y'all believe in time travel? Yeah, I want to see more of me reacting to Slapped Ham. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some video formats of his, latest video, or like Newt Talks 5, you know what I'm saying? These main channels, Bizarre Bubs. Let me know in the comment section below if y'all want me to check those out, bro. Until next time, I'm JC. You're watching Jose Calamari. Later, people.